Well, thank you so much. This is a celebration. Let me hear you say, woo! Oh, yeah, this is a celebration. This is so exciting. I want to thank the fine people. First of all, let me hear it for Cox Elementary. Cox Elementary. You know what I think? I think Pasco might beat you. Let me just say. Let me hear it for Pasco Elementary. That's what I'm talking about. I tell you. Cox, you want one more shot? Let me give you one more shot. Cox Elementary.
Have you ever been nervous and excited at the same time? Well, I am. No, it's not my birthday, and no, it's not the day my mom gets her paycheck. My name is Jeremiah, and I'm in the 3rd grade, and today is the closing ceremony for my after-school tutoring program sponsored by A Tutor U. Last night, my mom told me tomorrow was a big day for me, so I didn't have to do any of my chores, and I would be able to wear that new outfit that she bought for me. Now here I am, with my mom and lots of my friends, to celebrate me becoming a better reader. It all started in the beginning of this school year, when my teacher, Mrs. Hall, asked me if my mom could come in so we could talk about me getting extra help with my reading.
Mrs. Hall really cares about my son. She wanted him to improve his reading and become a better student, so she told me about a free after-school tutoring program. As long as we qualify for free or reduced lunch, free tutoring would be offered to us. Mrs. Hall explained to me that there would be a parent fair at the school next Monday night. I would have the chance to meet and talk with the different tutoring people to find out which one felt right for my son. Jeremiah was excited, and that was all that mattered to me.
I didn't understand everything my mom and Mrs. Hall talked about, but I remember her telling my mom that the tutoring would be free. That's when my mom's eyes got really big. I was excited when I heard her say we'd be going to the parent fair. When we went to the fair, we saw lots of tables, and some of the people were giving out candy, pencils, and even glow necklaces.
What I really wanted to find at the fair was someone who could help Jeremiah with his reading. I remember stopping at the table that said A Tutor U, and I really liked it. The friendly lady at the booth told me that they could help Jeremiah in either reading or math. She asked me where I thought Jeremiah needed the most help, and I told her right off the bat, Jeremiah needed help with reading. She told me that A Tutor U would work directly with the school in order to help him where he needed it most. As long as he goes to every tutoring session, not only would I see an improvement in his progress reports, but there would also be a ceremony that rewards the kids for coming. The only thing I would have to worry about was picking him up one time.
I really liked A Tutor U. They made me feel like I could really be a better reader.
I talked to many other providers, but A Tutor U really impressed me. I was ready to choose right away. If I made A Tutor U my first choice on the school form and turned it back into the school, they would take care of the rest. A few weeks later, I heard from A Tutor U. They told me that because I chose them as my first choice, they would be able to tutor Jeremiah. I was so excited. We set up a meeting to go over a student learning plan for him. I got to meet everyone involved in Jeremiah's after-school tutoring program. I had agreed to share his past school tests so we could see where Jeremiah needed the most help. We all went over what his tutor was going to work on with him. I was satisfied that Jeremiah would be able to improve his reading and become a better student. Oh yes, and one of Jeremiah's favorite parts was that he would get a snack, and is that boy always hungry?
I really liked my tutoring. My tutor was Mrs. Boyer, and she was pretty cool. We had to sign in by writing our own names on a piece of paper. I never had to keep track of my own attendance before. But it was okay because they told me if I came every day, I would be rewarded. So I wanted to keep track. Mrs. Boyer was really nice and helped me with all my questions. She would go over my work and tell me how to fix stuff. She never gives anyone a failing grade. If we didn't understand something, she would explain it until we did. I remember the first day of tutoring when Mrs. Boyer asked, "Boys and girls, will you do your best to come to tutoring every day and do your very best to learn?" All the other kids said, "Yes, I can," but when it came to me, I said, "Yes, I can, yes, I will." So here I am, finally, at the closing ceremony. Mrs. Boyer was really happy because all of the kids came to every session. There must be hundreds of kids here. My mom is with the other parents, and she looks really happy too. She told me how proud she is of me because my teacher said that I'm a much better reader now. I was surprised when Sean stood up to say something because he usually doesn't talk. One by one, our names are called to come to the stage. Everybody gets an A+ Tutor U t-shirt, a gold medallion like the one in the Olympics, and a certificate. When the lady calls my name, Jeremiah Stewart Johnson, I jump up and head to the stage. She helps me put on my t-shirt and puts the gold medallion around my neck. Even with all the clapping, I could still hear my mom saying, "I am proud of you, son. It was the best day of my life."
Ready? Yellow and blue.
What a day. I can tell that A+ Tutor U has improved Jeremiah's confidence. I'll definitely tell all of my friends about A+ Tutor U. Imagine this. In 9 years, Jeremiah will graduate high school. In 4 more, he could graduate college with honors, just like today. 3 years after that, he could walk across the stage to receive his law degree from Harvard Law School. And in 2040, he could deliver his inaugural address as he is sworn in as the 52nd President of the United States. Yes, he can. Yes, he will. Here are the steps that you can take to get your child help. Apply for free or reduced lunch. Ask your school for an SES free tutoring application form. Write A+ Tutor U as your first choice in your application form. Make sure to turn the form in to your school.